Guys, how's it going? So here in front of us today, we are going to be going over the Daypack loadout that is meant to accompany the JJ Smock pocket dump video that I've done. So the idea being that whenever I'm carrying that Smock loadout, I would also be carrying these Daypack components for a pretty comfortable unplanned overnight stay, or even a planned overnight stay, because this right here just has all of the additional items that you would definitely want to have with you. So to start off, this backpack right here, this is the Tasmanian Tiger Modular TAC Pack 28-liter bag. There's still plenty of room left in this thing. We'll touch on that here in a short bit. But as far as the outside, so I don't forget, this right here is one of the Adventure Lights waterproof carabiner lights. This one is set to the flashing mode. If you take and flip the battery over on the inside, then you can take and have that on a constant red. That's good for marking camp, for marking your bag if you need to take and set it down. That way you don't end up needing to rely on just what you have in your smock. But I keep that clipped on the outside. Plus, it's also a good way to mark yourself at night if you're happen to be somewhere where other people are. If you just want to use this kind of as a hunting loadout. So here you got these two compression straps on the bag, so you can take and put anywhere from additional clothing to a sleeping pad, just like whatever your heart's desire on the outside. But I have a Tough Possum Gear sit pad. This one is in multicam, so it matches the camo of the backpack. But on the other side, we've got a blaze orange surface, so this can be good to also have on the outside of your pack if you are hunting. That way, you know, if you're wearing a vest, obviously the backpack is going to cover your back portion, so you can put this on the outside, still be very visible. You could also take and wrap this around a tree above where you are staying if you got some type of ground blind along a tree. Just lots of options, and then the obvious signaling function if you needed some assistance. So we got that, and it's just a nice way to keep your butt off the ground and from getting wet. And then here you can see the outside of the pack. We got the laser molly on the front and the sides. We'll start with what is in our front pocket here. And once again, in this Daypack loadout for an overnight, or even really this could take you through a couple of days if you needed to. If something seems like it's missing, that's because it is probably in the smock or something I carry on my person. I will link to that smock video, and I'll put it up in the corner as well. But reaching in, first thing we have got a cubic titanium long-handled spork, and that is primarily so that we can easily eat some of the meals that we have got in our bag here. But yeah, long-handled spork, always nice to have. A good quality eating utensil on you. Then right here, I've got a near zero titanium trowel. In this front pocket just has things I might want to get to along the trail. This is some Bushcraft Coffee Company Campfire Medium Roast Coffee. I've got two of these. These are like tea bag style coffees. And once you kind of play around with this and figure out how to strengthen the coffee to your taste, these are really nice, convenient options. I've got a Wasatch Wagyu. This is the original flavoring. These beef jerky strips are fantastic. Got a Range 700 calorie meal bar. And then, yep, that is everything that is in that front pocket. So yeah, just kind of snacks, eating utensil, trowel, just stuff like that. You know, if you want to stop along the way, or you need to stop along the way for whatever reason, you can do so. So zip that up. Now, the really nice thing that I like about this modular TAC pack is the fact that you can open it up, what I call luggage style. I don't know what the actual term for it is, but this whole compartment folds open. Now, right here, I've got an additional Titan Survival emergency blanket in this zip-up pocket. This front panel has little like windows and pockets, but I didn't really need to utilize them because all of the smaller things that I'm going to be carrying with me that I use that would need to go in them organizers, I'm already carrying in my smock pockets. But I like having another one of these Titan Survival emergency blankets. They're just fantastic as far as Mylar blankets go, and it fits in that pocket right there perfectly. So we'll just fold that back. Alright, now as you can see, there is still tons of usable room in this pack. Also had it cinched down around our sit pad. So there's still plenty of room in here to throw an insulated jacket if you wanted to beef up your sleeping options. You know, all of that good old stuff. We'll talk about that in a second. So here at the very top, I've got a Vulcan 1 liter titanium water bottle, and then the corresponding Vulcan 750 milliliter nesting cup. It's got a bell handle on it. You got your standard cup handles, and then the lid is in the bottom. So we've got a way to boil water for cooking and purifying water. I do have kind of almost an over redundancy of water purification and filtering options in this, but that's just something that I'm more paranoid about than anything. So anyways, we got a water bottle. Now this one I am leaving empty. Mainly this is just to have an additional way to carry water in the event the bladder fails. I'll show you guys the water bladder once everything is out of the pack, but we do have a 3 liter Hydropack water bladder in this pack, which is why I went with this pack over, like, let's say my Hidden Woodsman pack, which I'd initially planned on using, but then I realized that because of the way everything was set up, it would be a lot more convenient to have a 3 liter water bladder on me. But if I knew that I was going a distance and there wasn't going to be water, then obviously I could fill this up. It'd be at the top, ready to pull out and use. So we got that. Then right here we have got the Helicon Tex Super Tarp. This is the small version. Yeah, the Super Tarp Small. This is one I got off Better Bushcraft. It's in woodland camo, so you could use this all the way from, you know, just basic shelter. This is our rain cover option because it's really easy to take and wrap this up in and around yourself like a poncho, and then you can just tie it off. We got the cordage that we keep in our smock. We've got the jute twine we keep in our smock. I was going to take and throw a whole line, like just what was left of the roll of jute twine in this pack as well, but honestly, I don't know what happened to it, so I've got to pick up another spool of jute twine. But yeah, so a lot of options with this. You could even take and use this as a form of a blind. You could set it up around yourself. You know, deer ain't going to know the difference. So it's woodland camo, so it blends in fairly well. And yeah, I do plan on doing an overnighter with this set up in the smock. Once the weather dips down just a little bit more, and we'll put this in practice. Then tucked alongside to go along with that tarp, I've just got some of these really cheap tent stakes, just if I needed to set something up really quick to get out of the weather, or, you know, medical emergency, anything like that. But ideally I would take a little bit of time and just whittle me some heftier stakes. Then to go along with our bed and stuff, once again, right here, this is a Titan Survival sleeping bag. So this is made out of the same Mylar as their emergency space blankets, but it's got tape seams. So I've done a winter overnight, you know, survival challenge video where I used one of these to make a debris bed, a browse bed. And it worked phenomenal because this Mylar material has a bit of stretch to it and is fairly puncture resistant in comparison to just like your standard Mylar blankets. So these make phenomenal browse beds, and you can, as long as you know you're careful and you don't put any like really sharp sticks or anything in there, you could take and empty it out and then bag this thing back up and reuse it a few times for that purpose. So that's why this is in here. Now, if I knew I was going to be doing an overnighter, there's still plenty of room in here to throw a air pad. There's also, you can lash to the bottom of this pack. I could throw on one of my closed cell phone pads. So like, if you knew you was going to be doing it, then it's really not that big of a deal. But as far as carrying this and keeping the weight down and the bulk down as much as possible, sleeping on one of these debris / browse beds is truthfully very, very comfortable as long as you pack it right. So we got that. Then over here on the right side, because you've got these little mesh pockets, and I just kind of utilize these top ones I've got a cubic alcohol stove and then a flask of 90% or 91% isopropyl alcohol. And that's so if you want to stop and have one of our meals or make a cup of coffee without having to build a fire or anything, you can easily do so. So that's up near the top as well. Right here I have, this is a Campcraft outdoor wax canvas accessory bag. So in this I've got, what was the name of this brand again? Ocoopa, O-C-O-O-P-A. This is an electric hand warmer that splits off into two separate pieces, or you can use them as a whole. These things, electric hand warmers, are fantastic. Obviously you run the risk. These have waterproof covers and all that type of stuff, but they could necessarily fail, but they don't expire. And I've definitely had more, I've had hand warmers, the kind that you take out of the package, fail on me due to either the packaging being messed up or they're expired, something along those lines. So this has a nice long run time. This is also really good for sleeping, because if you just break one, like you split these in half, turn one of these on, put them in the bottom of your sleeping bag, which probably isn't recommended by the manufacturer, but you turn it on low and your sleeping bag will be toasty warm all night long. Okay, right here, this is a recent upgrade. This is the Nightcore NB 20,000. It's a 20,000 milliampere, I believe. That right there is this bad boy. I had a 20,000 milliampere battery in here, but it was bigger and a lot heavier. This Nightcore one is lighter and it does charge faster. So in here I just have some cables and the adapter, because this is USB-C to USB-C essentially, because my headlamp, which is in my smock, that's the one thing you won't see in here because my headlamp is in the smock, is USB-C, my phone USB-C. So that is our charging options. I've got extra strip of aqua tabs. There is 10 aqua tabs here, so that's 10 liters of water. Got an extra no-sew patch in here just as a backup. Got additional Gorilla Tape. This was a horrendously done roll in comparison to the ones I've made recently, but yeah, gear repair, Gorilla Tape, duct tape, a million uses. And then this right here is just a USB-C SSD. Store information off my phone on this. That is everything that is in that little pouch. Okay, then right here we have got, I think this is, it don't have a thing on it, but I think this is an Atwood rope, ready rope thing. But anyways, it's 550 paracord. It's got a built-in rope cut right there, which is just a razor blade, so you can cinch it off. You got a way to clip it. And then here at the bottom, you've got a compartment that pops open to where you can store a lighter, and that's so you can melt the ends of your paracord and stuff. I always have lighters on me, so that is empty. You could put additional fire plugs, fire start material, whatever you seen fit that could go in that compartment. But for right now, just a nice, convenient way to and tidy way to carry paracord. Right here, this is a Titan Survival Schmog in one of their personal camouflage patterns. And this thing is way bigger than your standard Schmog is. I guarantee it won't even fit on camera, but you got that. So you got all the normal uses for Schmog, from wrapping your head, wrapping your ears, covering your face, keep yourself warm, cool, whatever. But this one is actually big enough you can use it as a bit of a blanket around your upper body if it was warmer than expected or whatever. Just lots and lots of options for something like this. So I like this one because it is larger and it's got a bit of a softer feel to it than the ones that you kind of just see everywhere, like the other ones that I got that are just more standard. So yeah, threw that in there. So now for our main food options, I just threw in 3 dehydrated meals. I've got our more gourmet option, which is the Pinnacle Foods Company. This is what is Chipotle Beef Burrito Bowl. So that sounds fantastic. Not tried that one. Then I've got 2 ReadyWise Outdoor Pro Adventure Meals. These Pro Adventure Meal versions do seem to be a lot better. based off, I mean, I don't mind the regular Ready Wise, honestly, but these have a lot more of a, they seem to be seasoned better, and I don't know, the quality just seems better. So, yeah, this one is the beef stroganoff with cream sauce. I've had this one twice, and they're really good. That's why I went with it again. And then this is the homestyle biscuit and gravy. I've not tried the Ready Wise Pro biscuit and gravy, so looking forward to doing that. But you know, the biscuit and gravy is normally a pretty solid option, and it's very filling. So we got that. So you got 3 solid meals here, along with the 700 calorie meal bar in this bag, plus the one we carry on the smock. So you know, more than enough food really for 3 days if you're roughing it. Here I've got a 6-liter Hydropack water storage bladder, and this one also has like a dispensing straw option to jig here. So as I mentioned, we have the 3-liter Hydropack bladder back here, and then we have our water bottle, and then we have this. Now this is with the idea, if I'm setting up camp and I'm near a stream, which I would aim to do, most all the mountain water here is pretty solid and safe anyway, so this is just a great way to be able to collect a larger quantity of water, especially if I need to carry it to a camp or something, and then I can just drop water purification tablets in it to be safe, or just filter straight from the bag, because our filter that we have is compatible to where we can actually clip it onto our hydration bladder hose directly and filter from our water bladder. We could put it on this and filter from the bag. Just lots of modularity in the Hydropack water filtration system and carrying system. That's why I like it so much. So we got that there. And then, wait, what is in this? Oh, hey, I didn't even know this was in here. So this is some jute twine from who knows how long ago whenever I used this backpack last. So we're covered in our cordage department. So I'm glad that that's the same color kind of as this. So I just did not notice it whenever I was packing this. And then at the very bottom, finally, we have got our Snug Pack jungle bag. So in case you're not aware, this is a bag that's rated down to about 45 degrees, 50 degrees, but it has a zip-in face net, bug net around the face area, and the little corner where the zippers meet, take a little piece of tape, put it over that. Absolutely no insects are going to be getting to you. So as of right now, where the temp's still only dipping down, it's averaging in between 50 and 55 degrees at night. This is perfect because you still got a bunch of stuff crawling around that you don't want cuddling with you, and this is a great fit. Also too, I want to say that I'm going to be doing a video very soon on based off the ones that I've used and been testing, the best sleeping bags and blankets for summer, spring, and fall camping. So if you're watching this video a few weeks from the published date, that video should already be up. And yeah, so anyways, that is our primary sleeping option. And to touch back on the smock thing, the stuff that's in this is meant so that we don't have to carry the Bushman gear poncho thing with us. So that frees up a bit of space in the smock. And I'll probably even take the fleece that we carry in the smock and put it in this bag as well, just so our back section is completely flat from that point on. And yes, that is good to go there. Oh, so I just realized after packing all that stuff up, I didn't pull the water bladder out. But it is the Hydropack 3-liter bladder, and it's the beefy outdoor version that they designed with like hunting and stuff like that in mind. It's got the insulated tubing on it, and then it's just their zip top style water bladder, so it's really easy to unzip it and scoop water up out of streams or lakes if you're using the filter option. And then something they have that also like is this flow control right here, so that you can adjust kind of how much water is going to be coming out whenever you're sucking on the straw, and you can completely shut it off. So I feel like that explanation was better than if I even took the bladder out. So there we go. That is everything, and then the pad goes on top. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. You know, as always, let me know in the comments section your thoughts on the loadout, what you would add, take away. Like, you know, it's going to vary a lot between your environment, what you're doing, if you're just hiking, scouting, if you're hunting, so on and so forth. We'll do like a full-on now that, you know, deer hunting season is right around the corner. So we'll be getting to that type of stuff before here too long, in between overnighters and all that type of stuff. So please make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you've not already, share the channel with your friends, family, anybody that enjoys good old outdoor activities and gear. All the gear will be linked down in the video description if you're interested in checking it out for yourself. Once again, hit the comment section, and until the next one, adios.